Good morning, Willowbrook. Today we're in 2 Samuel chapter 18 where we're finishing up about Absalom's rebellion, and we're going to see the demise of Absalom. I'm standing at my sink where I shave my head. I have my Respect shaving lotion. I have soap. I have my porcupine brush that I put everything on. And I tell you that because Absalom is going to die because he has long hair. Now, that may be a reason why I'm bald. I can't tell you that or not. But if you got long hair, don't rebel. Now, Ecclesiastes chapter 2 verse 16, Solomon said that the wise man and the fool will soon be forgotten. You know, our fear is being forgotten. We think about how we're going to be remembered or if we'll be remembered. That's why we talk about doing something that will outlive us. Something that is a kingdom issue, whether it's winning somebody to Jesus, the massive work of volunteerism in the church. We want to do things that are going to outlive us for the kingdom of God. You know, but no matter what we do, we're remembered for a short while, but the memories fade. James chapter 4 and verse 14 says that life is like a vapor. It's here today and gone tomorrow. So no matter what our greatest earthly accomplishments, a great athlete, a movie star, a politician, or a famous preacher or author, it's all going to be gone. You know, King David was looking at Absalom, a power-hungry young man, somebody that was wanting recognition, somebody that had rebelled against his father, and he had turned the hearts of the people against him. Because Absalom, in all of his power and wanting to be recognized, he wanted to be remembered. And as David is getting his hundreds and his thousands under three commanders, King David would look at those three commanders and he would say, deal gently for my sake with the young man Absalom. That's basically saying, spare the life of my son, and all of the people and all of the soldiers heard him. David was trying to show mercy by telling his captains to do that to Absalom. You know, we've all rebelled against God. And in our lives, we sin day in and day out. And our fleshly bodies may be at war with God. But God is desperately in love with us. Just like I could rebel against my parents, but my parents loved me and would forgive everything that I did. As well as David loving Absalom and wanting Absalom to be spared. Even though he had chased David out, he was trying to overthrow him and was trying to kill him. You know, the armies go out. David had picked the spot. He picked it out because it was strategic for his men and not Absalom's. They had the trees, they had the overgrowth where they were, and David's men are routing Absalom's army. And some of the soldiers, they see Absalom, and Absalom's on his donkey, and he runs from them. I don't know how donkeys run, and they're not that fast, but they're getting away from David's men, and he goes under an oak tree, and his beautiful long locks get tangled in the branches of the tree, and he's just hung there. The donkey takes off, and there he is, just hanging there looking around. And the officer, some of them went to the officer Joab, one of the commanders, and said, Joab, I saw Absalom. He's hanging in a tree over there. And Joab said, why didn't you kill him? And he said, because the king said to you to be gentle, to show mercy to his son. How can I kill the king's son? That would be going against him. But you know what? We've all rebelled. And rebellion, the Bible tells us, leads to death. Sin led to Jesus' sacrifice on the cross. Absalom is seen. Joab says to his armor bearers, kill him, and he gives them 3 javelins, and they put it through the heart. And then they take Absalom's body. They kind of feel sorry for him, but they take Absalom's body and they put it in a pit, and they cover it with rocks. Why do they cover it with rocks? Because back then, that was a way to be remembered. They built a little monument over him with the rocks because they had pity on him that way. And you know what? They go to David. 2 runners go to David. And David, when he finds out Absalom's gone, he's like, Absalom, my son Absalom, oh, that I would have died instead of you. You know, as parents, we'd all give our lives for our kids. Jesus gave his life for us. So we don't have to worry about how we're going to be remembered. We need to do things for the kingdom of God. We need to do things that are further the word of Jesus and the only hope that we have. But we don't have to worry about whether one day no one on the earth, if Jesus tarries and comes, is going to remember who we are. You see, behind me are pictures of my kids getting baptized. That's my greatest achievement. Sharing Jesus with people, something I love to do, and something that will outlive me. But I don't have to worry about being forgotten. I won't be forgotten because my name is in the Lamb's book of life. It's there with Jesus. We're going to have him, and since we have him, we are fully loved, fully accepted children of the King. I want to challenge you today to confess your rebellion, to look at what you do that's not helping the kingdom but is hurting the kingdom, and change your life every day, trying to live 100% for Jesus, trying to help others see Jesus through you. Absalom, he rebelled and lost his life. We have a chance to ask for mercy and grace and forgiveness. And Jesus says yes. That's the greatest news we could share with anyone. See you tomorrow, Willowbrook.